Hi and welcome back to Renovations. For the past few weeks, this manor home's exterior features have been transformed to make way for a custom-built conservatory. The frame pieces for the new structure have been pre-built using a mortise and tenon system, which allows the sections to lock together for a relatively easy assembly on site. Let's see how the assembly's going. Hey Rob, you getting these posts in?
Yes, we're putting the mortise and tenon joint together, and Rob is shooting a screw from the outside. And what that'll do is open the tenon up to create a compression inside that mortise.
Oh, right. Okay, so it gets it in nice and tight then, huh?
Right.
Now, why have you got the bottom sill sitting on these pieces here?
Well, this is pressure-treated wood. We use that so that we can isolate the masonry from the fine wood. And in between the pressure-treated wood and the masonry, we put a sill seal, which creates a barrier between the inside and the outside so we don't get air and water infiltration.
Okay, so it's a moisture barrier that stops the mahogany actually rotting out.
Exactly.
The angled and common posts are installed with mortise and tenon, followed by the head jamb.
There you go.
So Rob, you're putting this head jamb together?
Yes, we are. So what we're doing is installing the tight joint fastener. What this does is holds any joint together very tightly.
And this is the tight joint fastener here?
Right. What Rob's doing is this bolt runs through, and this acts like a nut. And it effectively grabs this bolt. The bolt slides through, and then another piece grabs the lineal, and there we go.
Okay, now this is fastened. The next step is to get it on top of our post, huh?
We lift it onto the posts. Right.
Maybe closer to me here, buddy. Once the head jambs are lifted onto the posts, they're locked into place by the tenons and screwed down to ensure a tight fit. Oh, Rob, I see the tenons are fitting nicely into the mortises here. It's come together nicely, so you did your job right back at the factory there.
Yep, thank you.
Rob, what are these cross pieces you're putting in here?
We call these wall purlins, and what they do is tie the posts together and also separate the transom from the operable windows below.
Oh, okay. And do they get screwed in at all? They just sit in?
Yeah, we'll tow a screw up through this way,
Yep.
and then the window pops in from the outside and adds additional strength. The transoms are all fixed.
Uh-huh. Well, it looks great. I think
Thanks.
it's going to be a fantastic finished
Thank you.
product. I'm here with Rob Suman, who actually designed this conservatory. Rob, what's this you got in your hand here?
This is the hub. This is where the hip rafters will tie in around the octagonal section of the conservatory.
All right, okay, so this goes on the end of the roof ridge?
Exactly. As you can see here, this actually attaches to the end of the ridge beam and accepts all the hip rafters as they come into the octagon.
So what's Rob using here? These 6-inch bolts?
Yeah, they're 6-inch by 3/8 bolts. It's very important that that hub is very securely fastened. We've got a lot of structural things happening here in order to accommodate the local snow load.
Right. Looks like he's got this in now. We're ready to put in the rafters?
That's the next step, yes.
Great. Like the wall structure, the roof rafters are secured using a mortise and tenon system. The rafter is dropped onto the tenon block in the header and secured into the mortise on the ridge beam. The hip rafters are installed first to give added support to the ridge beam.
You're good, Don. Got it? Yep.
It's fitting together nicely, Rob.
Yes, it is. It's moving right along.
Hey, Rob, what are these shorter pieces you're putting in here?
These are jack rafters. What they do is they actually split the area of glass in this bay, so our glass pieces are not too large.
Uh-huh. Well, as you can see, the French doors are nicely in place. And if we climb up here, we'll meet Rob Suman, who's putting in some of the ceiling glass. Hey, Rob.
How are you?
I'm well. How's it going?
Good, good. What we're doing here is running some foam tape as gasketing to protect the glass from the wood. And it also will give a watertight seal.
Right. And then what happens after that?
Well, we'll peel these release liners and then lay the glass in place. Of course, we will pad the eave detail so that the glass is nicely padded and well supported.
Yeah, yep.
And what we have here is a weeping system, which actually takes inside condensation that may build up, and it channels it through these weep holes and out of the system, so we don't end up with any moisture falling on the wood and staining it.
So Rob, once you've laid these pieces of glass in, how do you then affix it to the roof itself?
Well, that's done in two different ways. First of all, we apply a foil-faced butyl tape. This is very adhesive material that will span basically glass-to-glass joints. So this will be doubled up on these hip rafters, and we'll run it up the vertical plane.
Yep.
And then another piece will actually go on this side, overlapping. And that creates a watertight seal.
Yep.
Essentially, after this material is applied, the roof is basically watertight.
Right. So what's this? This is like, is it tar-based?
Yeah, it's actually a butyl material, rubber-based.
All right.
Got this edge?
Yep, I got it.
I got the bottom edge here, Robert. You got it?
Yeah.
As the roof glass is installed, the pieces need to be maneuvered around these metal collar ties which have been attached between the roof rafters for support.
Ready, Dutch?
After the glass in the hip rafters is installed, the larger pieces can go in.
Good?
That's it.
The final piece of roof glass is left out, so the roof vents can be installed at the top of the structure.
There you go. Not upside down. You guys have it now.
It's all yours.
Can you get on that lower corner for them?
Try to set it a little high on Dutch's side so we can get that bottom glass in.
All right, boys. Before you go anywhere, that glass over there we need next.
All right.
Well, Rob, it was a bit of a struggle, but it looks like you've got these roof vents in now.
Yes. The reason we have these up here is to get a convection current. These will ventilate the hot air that rises through the building, and will pull in cooler air through the windows down below.
All right. So that's it, last piece in.
That's it.
Ready to tape up?
Ready to seal up the roof.
Great. And obviously these windows are made to take some weight.
Yes. We conform in this area to about a 35 or 40 pound snow load. In other parts of the country, we've hit as high as 110 pounds per square foot.
Wow.
And the glass can really take that weight.
Yeah. More butyl tape seals the larger pieces of roof glass, then a two-piece aluminum cap is installed.
That's a two-piece cap. The first is a base plate that we screw through. The screws will actually go through this tape, but the butyl material, the real gooky stuff, that actually catches the screw as it goes in, and you've got a watertight seal all the way around the structure.
So this is the beauty strip, as you call it?
Yes, this piece snaps right on top of the other piece. And there it is.
There it goes.
And then we have a little end cap that goes in here so you can't see up the tube. And that's the end.
That looks great.